Hello again. This is Batman, the Satanic Crusader speaking. I'm able to finally have the belt fit me again. I know it's been a while, citizen, so let me get to the point. Make sure there's nothing on here. Okay. Hello, Gotham. Hello, citizens of Gotham. This is the Satanic Batman, aka Batman, the Satanic Crusader speaking. And today I like to, once again, I guess you can call this a satanic sermon of some kind. I'm also going to be talking about my personal experiences on here again as well. So, I'll give my personal experience first. I became a Levian Satanist because I did not agree with many of the things the Holy Bible had to preach and to say. And how I obtained the Satanic Bible is kind of like something out of a comic book, I'm not going to lie. As the Satanic Crusader, I cannot reveal what I plan on doing in the future, or what I'm going to do in the future, or what my secret lair might look like. I'll probably send pictures, but I'm not going to take pictures of everything if I do build this altar, or if I do build this lair. This will be another satanic sermon from yours truly, the Mad Cosplayer, aka this Batman, the Satanic Crusader. Or you may just call me the Satanic Crusader. Either way, I'll accept both names. I'll accept Batman, I'll accept the Batman Satanic Crusader, and I'll also accept Batman the Satanic Crusader, or just the Satanic Crusader. Either one. I'll accept those nicknames, but any other nicknames that may insult me or make me feel like crap will not be said, or will not be repeated on this channel regardless. But for those of you who don't know me, I am Damian Lyle Manson. That is my name for Bloodfinger, and that's my alias on Bloodfinger. I will not give it my real name for personal reasons, but you may call me Damian Lyle Manson, or Bloodfinger, or the Mad Cosplayer, whichever you choose. But those are the only choices you may have. Any of the nicknames that are insult me will not be said by me at all. So, let's get down to the Satanic Sermon. As you all are aware, those of you who read the Satanic Bible, Satan represents indulgence instead of abstinence. And abstinence is something that you can't do until you're of a certain age or a certain privilege, I guess. In the Christian religion, people are told to not have physical relations with their partner unless they are married. I'm not going to use I'm not going to say the S word. I'm not going to say any other word other than physical relations. And yes, I will do this every time I say physical relations. And I don't believe that being abstinent is going to gratify my entire persona or my life. I don't want to engage in abstinence, even though I'm part of a community right now that does preach about abstinence, waiting till you're married to have fun with your partner, or should I say woohoo your partner, which is a Sims term. I'm not going to use the S word on here that ends with the X because I don't want to okay, yes I did cuss, but I'm not going to say the actual word because that word is banned on YouTube, and I apologize YouTube for anything I may have said and done in the future. Please forgive a stupid young man with nothing good to do on the weekend, or nothing better to do on the weekend. Yeah, I believe in indulgence. I believe in indulging in the things that make me happy, whether it be physical relations or physical activities, or just being lazy around the freaking house doing absolutely nothing, playing my video games, making the broadcast I make YouTube almost every time I hop on the game. I'm also going to be indulging in a couple of the things in the future, such as when I move out of this facility back behind me, I'm going to practice these satanic rituals that I plan on performing for myself, and possibly only solo ceremonies. I'm not going to reveal why or what the rituals are going to be for. If you wish to know, or if you already know, please read your Satanic Bible for details on how to do satanic magic. Until that day, let me explain something that I wish to do in the future. but I may not actually want to do it. I thought about using. I want to use the term voodoo to punish criminals who break the laws of Pennsylvania and federal laws, but this is not something I plan on doing in the future at all. I may not do it. I am not totally sure yet. But I thought about putting curses and hex on criminals either who either break the federal or state laws, or if they do me wrong in any way. And another thing that Satanism practices is if somebody smites you on one side of the cheek, you smash them on the other. There is no forgiveness in this religion unless you are truly, 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 truly sorry. If you're truly sorry and won't do it again, then I'll forgive that person. But if you do it again and again and again and again and again, and I'm going to eventually stop forgiving you. And as a Satanic Crusader, it is my obligation to let the world know that Satanism is also going to be staying in my religion, as my religion for, I hope, a very, very long time until death. I hope it stays as my current religion until death. I really don't care what the Christians are going to say. Oh, and speaking of the Christians, they want to fucking flip out about the supposed alleged words said by Anton LaVey before his passing, but records show, and I saw these records, he didn't say anything of the sort. He didn't try to convert to God before he died. There was no records that anywhere. No matter what people say, no matter what the Christians say, do not believe the Christians. In my personal opinion, I think that the Christian faith should be removed from the country. I believe the Christian faith should be removed, not just from the country, but from the world itself. Again, this is my opinion. As a Satanist, I believe that indulgence instead of abstinence is gonna self-gratify me a lot. It's gonna give me self-gratification very, very much. I'm going to like this new religion, and I already have liked this new religion. And the other religions that I'm trying right now, I'm not going to name which one, but I'm sure you can guess which one it is in my post a couple of times. Excuse me, I'm going to mention my post a couple of days ago. I'll give you a hint. We can't drink coffee, can't drink tea, can't drink alcohol, and we have to have a temple recommendation. I'm not even sure if I want me to stay in this church, because now they want me to get baptized, they want me to do all this other shit. I'm not really comfortable doing that again. Because I told myself, if I'm not going to get baptized, it's going to be in a Lutheran church. That was me a long time ago. I'm not like that anymore. I'm not going to get baptized again unless I just want to get dunked in water just to make the Christian sect happy. But I really don't give a shit what the fuck they got to say. But to be honest, I really do not want to go through with that. I really don't want that. I'd rather just go for the services and see how I feel about it in the future. But even if I did get baptized, I'm not keeping the vows, I'm not keeping the covenants, and I'm not keeping the stupid philosophies and the freaking principles of the false gospel of this supposed church. And as a Batman, the Satanic Crusader, it is my obligation to preach to the world about Satanism in my personal way, in my personal perspective. I'm not looking for followers. I'm not looking to build a church. Unless I do in the future, that'll be my own secret if I do start my own church. And before you ask, no, I'm not a goddamn cult leader. I am not a fucking Jim Jones-like figure. The only person whose teachings I will follow are Anton LaVey's teachings. And he never told anybody to drink fucking poisoned Kool-Aid or told his followers to go out and fucking slash people's throats out for him or whatever the fuck these other cult leaders are accused of these days. Anton LaVey was a great man. He was a great leader and a great religious leader. He was the only black pope I'll ever follow in my life. I thought about joining other satanic churches for the meantime, but I couldn't find any satanic churches near me. So unfortunately, I joined a false Christian sect just to get my fat ass out of the house. And yes, I am a bit overweight still. I don't really care to say much more about that. But I will say this though. I'm happy being me. I'm happy as myself, and as a Batman, the Satanic Crusader, I have spiritual and religious obligations of my own, but I will not say those here. What I will say is that Satanism is going to be staying in my life until further notice, or if I say it's no longer allowed in my life. That's my decision, my choice, and that will be for me to decide, no one else to decide. And as the Satanic Crusader, I say find me on my group on social media. You're gonna look for the Bat Temple. But be warned, you have to know the Satanic Bible and you have to know the Satanic Statement, the 9 Satanic Statements in order to join. If you don't know any of those, then you can't join the group at all. So this is where I'm closing up, folks. Hail Satan. I'll talk to you next time.